What is up, everybody? My name is Simona. You guys already know me, and today I thought I would do a video about what you will need for training whenever you do boxing. I'm not going to talk about kickboxing and MMA. I don't focus on that stuff. I don't care about it. I used to back in Illinois, but I've been doing boxing for a year and a half straight. But I've grown up around it, and I did it back in Illinois for about quite a bit. It was a couple of years until I did it from like the age of 4 all the way to the age of 11 or so. So, you know, I got experience in combat sports, and I definitely got experience in boxing. And I thought today I should show you what's in my bag and what I bring. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First thing I want to tell you guys is, okay, so over there, you can't see it, but I got shorts, and those are competition shorts. But you're going to need training shorts. I have Reebok Combat. These are official boxing shorts. See? I have this was about 35 bucks. And it's not the same kind of, it's not made out of the same kind of material as, let me think, as my ringside competition. Here, you can see it's a little stain from blood from sparring, but it looks like that. That's the shirt, and then shorts. You can see the blood stains, but just ignore those. And then you also got, this is competition, by the way. Blue. The inside of this one though ripped, so you know. But that is competition. Don't focus on that. Focus on these. Just get a pair of any shorts really, or you could go online and get some training shorts if you want to get them. They're about the same length as competition, and then you'll basically need that. You can train without a shirt. You can train with the shirt. I train with the shirt, sometimes without a shirt. And now let's get on to the most important part, the actual gear. So first of all, we're not going to be covering the coaching gear, which is like the chest protector so they can punch the chest, or the mitts and stuff, even though I have things right here to show you guys. But that's stuff a coach would need to do. I want you guys to tell me if you want to know what your coach should have, but I'm pretty sure you probably already have that stuff. But I'm gonna get into the gloves and everything you need. First off, you need a pair of boxing gloves. These are genuine leather. They're Superior Boxing. I already made a review on them. Go see them. These are really good value for money. I would recommend these. These are about 85 bucks. So if you have 85 bucks, I'm telling you, I know a lot of people won't trust me on this, but you need quality gloves. I can tell you because, let me see, they're right here. These are my first gloves I started training with. You can see they are cheap. These are the synthetic gloves. These are really, I'm going to be honest with you. While these aren't good for people who are more advanced and you've been training for quite a bit, like a year or longer, this is definitely good for a beginner. I started off with these gloves. You can see how saggy they are versus this one. Still a little saggy, but mainly not even saggy, versus this that sags really like that. And you can see it's synthetic, so it doesn't really feel good. Inside the song is not the most comfortable. These are the kind of gloves that you would use for a beginner, or if you need a cheap pair, you can get those. They're good for advanced, but mainly for beginners, because those are kind of your cheap gloves, which you can see right here. Had these for almost a year now. Real genuine leather, nothing really bad on the leather, except for that one little dent that's right there. can't really see it, and then markings, but that's because dirt stuff. I need to clean these gloves up a little bit. But I do have that right there. See the hole? But that's because it got caught on something in my bag. But I got that thing that I got caught on. I think it was probably. I think it was something like a nail was in my bag or something. So I just took that. I got the nail on and stuff, and that kind of already did the damage. But next time I get another pair of gloves, I might get these or Infinities. But yeah, the gloves are the number one thing you need. I'm gonna go from most important to least important. These are the most important part. And now since I showed you the gloves, if you have a little more money or if you are more advanced, you want to go with something that's a little more money, around 75 up, $75 up. If you're a beginner, aim for 60 and below, somewhere along that range. Or if you got money and you're a beginner, you can get gloves like these, but do not start off with Cleto. Do not start off with brand. Do not start off with winning. Do not start off with any expensive brands. Not because they're not good, but because they're not that kind of beginner glove. They're more for experienced people, the pros, the amateurs, the ones who actually are getting into it for competition. And you might say, oh, well, I know I'm going to love this sport. But then on your first fight, you might be like, oh, no, I do not. But I've sparred, we did literally hard sparring where it basically emulated a fight. We used fight gear, all that. And I loved it. It was so much fun. It was a bloodbath, and I loved that kind of fight. But yeah, don't get expensive stuff until you know for sure you want to do this. This is a hard sport. This is something you're going to need to put a lot of time in. But yeah, you can also get some leather cleaner for these if they're leather, or you could just choose microfiber cloth. Bacteria cloths, like the little wipes for those, if they're synthetic. But yeah, let's get on to the next thing, which is, I say, the second most important part. These are really crusty, because I haven't washed them in quite a bit. The hand wraps. These are the second most important. You can see, boom, I do pro style, which you basically take it like this. And I mentioned it the other video, and you go like this, and you just like that, blah blah blah, like that, and then you put it on like that, and then you hold there and hold position, do that stuff. But I'm not gonna show you guys that right now. I'm never gonna make a video on that because you can just search it up more. But yeah, these are what you're gonna need. I recommend only getting one pair really. You can use them every week, and then, hey, usually most boxers, I know a lot of amateurs usually only train 3 days a week. I train 4 or 5. So yeah, you're gonna wanna wash these on the weekend. I haven't washed them in about a month, so I mean I need to maintain these a little better. But that's that, and that's pretty straightforward. If you need help on how to wrap gloves, if you don't want to do pro style, which helps with protection, so I would recommend doing pro style. But let's say you don't care about that, you just want towards a hand wrap to where protects the little bones and stuff. And then you search up a video, you can wrap it around the thumb, wrap it, and then you go here. Some people will go, when they take the wrap and they go here, do the middle finger and the pointer finger. They like to go around the pointer finger again, but I go here and then all the way down, go around the wrist. There's many ways of doing it. Some people start from the middle finger. I don't know why you would do that. It's really uncomfortable. But yeah, that's basically all you need to know about that. And now I want to get on to one of the least important parts, but it definitely improves your game. It improves your game, but it's not as important as these two. I think this is definitely the most important. It's the one that is the deciding factor as well. If you on determination, if you want to actually train, Because I'm telling you, I've had days where I'm using these gloves and I was already in the down mood because, like, school, just teachers, and like just hating it. And I would get home, put these gloves on, like, don't feel like training. I wasn't feeling motivated, but I still got done anyway. But then I got these, and man, I'm telling you, it's like you can definitely feel the shock on these a lot more. These are more so for pads. This kind of style. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but you can look at one of my other videos. I said 3 types of gloves. I'm not going to put it in the description or anything. You guys could just look at that for yourself if you want it. And but I use these, and they just made it a lot better for training, and it felt a lot more comfortable. It was just amazing. I'm telling you, like, make sure you get good gloves whenever you get more advanced and you know you want to do it. Now, on to one of the most exciting parts, but one of the least important parts. The shoes. This is just the part that's like I just love the shoes. It's one of my favorite parts. It adds on to the style. Basically this can make your outfit look straight up amazing, or it can make it look But when it comes to style, obviously these are the most important thing. But you don't get into boxing for style, so don't get these until you get this, and the hand wraps. If you don't have the hand wraps in the gloves, get those first. You need them. These you don't need as much. You could use normal tennis shoes, but tennis shoes, sneakers. I wouldn't recommend using expensive sneakers, because if you have expensive sneakers, then I bet you probably got the money to invest in some good gloves, some good hand wraps, and some good shoes. But these are really good. You can see no tread, absolutely no tread versus focus, quite a lot of tread. So, I mean, they're two completely different types of shoes. This one's more of a I guess you could say outboxer shoe, and it's hard to grip with these. So that's me applying a little bit of pressure versus this. It's barely moving. Versus this one, it just slides. So, yeah, there's different types of shoes. Which, if you guys want a video on that, just tell me and I can make a video on that. Please mention it in the comments. And these, okay, so I'm gonna say there's different types of these, and if you want to know about that, you can either search for a video, or you can look on Safari, Google, whatever you want to look on. But the 3 main types are low top, mid top. So this is mid. A6, which is low top, which is still a little lower than these. These are lower mid top kind of shoes. They're a little bit below mid, and they're higher than low. Low top is like they're basically cut this off there, so it's like the height of this. This is what low top is. Here and down, and you know the top. High top is this, obviously, and then mid top would be Reebok Combat. The Reebok shoes that Floyd uses. These are just they're barely mid top. They're really similar to low top, but ankle support, high top, grip. Usually these are brawler shoes, so you can play it. And I mean, both. It's not really style. It all comes down to this has less ankle support, but it's lighter. You're probably gonna be more mobile versus this, probably a little heavier, and probably not. And it probably as well is gonna have a lot more ankle support than this. But this is the least important part. This is the most, as I said, hand reps are second most important. But these are important too because also when you get in a ring is very different from pretty much every kind of platform you go on, I guess you could say, because it's way different from carpet, obviously. It's different from tile, concrete, everything. It's different from everything. It's different from rubber. It's a weird mix. I don't know how to explain it. It feels kind of like a paper mache, I guess. Not paper mache. Kind of like, you know how paper feels. That's the kind of texture it is. So you can, using normal tennis shoes, like my brother has his Air Forces here. I'm going to show him like this. You're not going to get wrecked with that really. Versus having an actual boxing shoe, it'll give you a lot more. It's better fit for boxing, obviously. But yeah, that's basically it, I think. But I do gotta mention two more things, and I'm putting these in a different tier because they're not the same kind of gear. This is more protective. Your mouth guard. You can use standard mold one, the one where you mold it to your teeth. They're like $1. You can use that for training. But then when you go into competition and for sparring, but then when you go into competition, you are gonna need. I'm pretty sure you need one of the ones that are like they're gel. They have gel in them, or you could get Opro, something like that. I think that's the name of them. They're a lot higher quality than those, but the cheap ones will get you through for training. So we're talking about training here, not competition. I think I have a fight September if it all goes according to plan. But anyway, and then you got the headgear. That's in the gym, so I don't have it with me. But the headgear is pretty straightforward. It protects your head, but it's something you need for competition. I don't use it in training unless if we do sparring, but that's because you need to get used to the headgear. I prefer training without the headgear. I can't stress this enough. I hate headgear. You can't see much, even if you have an open face. Your sides are still like this. It's kind of like if you're looking like this. You can't really see out of here, and it's just uncomfortable. But you need it for a competition, so. In fact, I actually like getting hit without headgear because you can feel the impact more. And I know it might sound weird, but for me, that's a lot more enjoyable, I guess you can say, than not feeling the impact because it just feels strange, It's like blocking it, kind of. But anyway, yeah, that's all I gotta say. And also, you can use these. These are like. You put them in you can put them in your shoes, like right here, boom, throw them there, or you can throw them in your gloves. We do this for the gloves, we just shove them in the glove like that, and we use the other one for the other ball, obviously. And it keeps them, it kind of like covers up the odors, and it's definitely good if you keep your bag in your room or something to where you sleep, because odors are not something you want to be smelling during the night. But those are really it. Or you can use the glove dogs, which are I think they're deodorizers by title. You gotta replace them I think it's like every 3 months or so, every month, something like that. But yeah, just tell me what you guys want me to make another video on. But I know you guys probably aren't going to do this, but if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and like. If you want to, you don't, okay. Well, anyway though. Oh yeah, one more thing. School is this week. This week, I start school on Wednesday. Really weird. But I start school on Wednesday, so I will not be able to film on weekdays, and maybe not even on weekends, because I'm going to sophomore year. People say it's the hardest year. It's the time when you got most homework, and the only reason I really want to keep my grades up is because my parents said that I'm not going to fight unless if I have my grades up. I really don't care about going to college, just care about boxing and getting out of here, going back to Chicago. Yeah, honestly though, I'm sorry to say this, but I might not be doing many videos, and I'm not going to be able to upload any sparring. I'm about to go sparring this week as well. I'm not going to upload the videos because we like to keep that stuff, they like to keep that stuff private, so, you know, I don't post the videos, I rarely talk about it, but, yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later, have a nice day.